So hello everyone and welcome back to our Python programming course. In the previous video we learned about tuple, set and dictionaries. We explored how each collections stores data differently and when to use them. Today we are going to learn one of the most important concepts in the programming function. Function help us organize our code into small reusable block. Instead of writing the same code multiple times, we write it once inside a function and call it whenever we need it. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to create function, pass data to them, return values, and learn the difference between local and global variables. Let's get started. So slide 1 is the introduction of function in the Python. So imagine you are making a tea several times in a day. Every time you follow the same steps like boil water, add tea leaves and milk and sugar, serve the tea. Instead of explaining these steps every time, you can think of them as one task called make a tea. In programming, a function works in the same way. A function group a set of instructions together so they can be reused whenever we needed. This saves time, reduces repetition, and makes program easier to understand. So the second slide is learning objective. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to understand what function are, define and call function, pass argument to function, return values from function, understand local and global variable, write cleaner and usable Python programs. Let's begin by the understanding what a function actually is. So the third slide is what is a function. A function is a reusable block of code that perform a specific task. Instead of writing the same code repeatedly, we write it once and call it whenever we need it. Here's simple example like a def greet function colon and print welcome to Python. Greet. Output is welcome to Python. Let's understand what's happening. The def keyword tells Python that we are creating a function. Greet is the function name. The code inside the function is intended. The function runs only when we call it using greet. Whenever we call greet, Python execute the code inside the function. So the slide 4 is defining and calling function. So let's look at another example like def hello, print hello world. So the output is hello world. A function definition has several parts. First, def keyword. Second, function name, parenthesis, colon, intended block of code. After defining a function, we need to call it. If we only define the function but never call it, Python stores it but does not execute it. Calling a function is simply writing its name followed by parentheses. So slide 5 is a function argument. Sometimes we want a function to work with different values. For that we use arguments. Example, greet name, print hello name, greet Alice, greet Bob. So the output is hello Alice, hello Bob. Notice that the same function print different messages depending on the same value passed. Here name is a call a parameter, Alice and Bob are called arguments. A parameter is a variable instead of function definition. An argument is the actual value passed when calling the function. This makes function flexible and reusable. So the slide 6 is the return statements. Sometimes a function need to send a result back to the program. For that we use the return statement. So the add a comma b, return a plus b, result equal to add 5 comma 7, print result. So the output is 12. Here's what happens. The function receives two numbers, it adds them together. The return statement sends the result back. The return value is stored in the variable result. The return statement is useful whenever we want to perform calculation or use the result later in our program. So the seventh slide is a local versus global variables. Variable can have different scopes. Let's understand the difference. X equal to 10, so the def demo, y equal to 20, print x and y, a demo function. In this example, x is a global variable because it is created outside the function, and y is a local variable because it's created inside the function. A global variable can usually be accessed inside the function. A local variable exists only inside the function where it's created. Trying to use y outside the function will be produce an error. Understanding variable scope help us avoid bugs in larger programs. So the eighth slide is a type of function. So Python has two main types of function. Built-in function, they are already provided by Python. Example, print, len, max, min. We use them without creating them ourselves. And second one is user defined function. These functions that we create, square and return and into and print square 4. So the answer is 16. Built-in function save time because they are already available. User defined function allow us to solve problems specific to our own programs. So the ninth slide is complete example. Let's build a simple program. Def calculate area length width, return length into width. Area equal to calculate area 5 comma 8, print area comma area. So the answer is 40. This program calculates the area of the rectangle using a function. Instead of writing the formula every time we create one reusable code, some common mistake beginners make are forgetting to call the function after defining it, forgetting to use the return statement when a value is needed, incorrect identification inside the function body. Always remember that identification is very important in Python. So the last slide is a summary. Let's quickly revise today's lesson. We learned that functions are reusable block of code that help us reduce repetition. We saw how to define function using the def keyword and execute them by calling their name. We learned how arguments allow us to pass different values into function and how to the return statement send values back to the caller. We also understood the difference between local and global variables and explored both built-in and user-defined functions. Functions are one of the most powerful concepts in the Python because they help us write clean, organized, and reusable code. As your program become larger, function become even more valuable. Practice creating your own function for simple tasks like finding the square of a number, calculating the area of a rectangle, or checking whether a number is even or odd. In the next video, we will learn about modulus and package in the Python. You will discover how to organize code into multiple files and use Python built-in libraries to make your programs even more powerful. Thank you for watching this lesson. Keep practicing, keep building your coding skills, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coding.